Doki. We are looking at Grandmaster. And I think there's also some Moira in here. So it is really just a main healer, but the start of it at least is on Anna. If you're a GM that wants to play with golds, fuck it. Sign up with the gold team. I ain't gonna tell you no. Grandma Anna. I like that. That was the wrong cup. I reached Masters this season. What should I focus to reach GM? To get to GM, you have to be a playmaker. So you have to be the individual that actually leads your team to victory. So to get to GM, your presence always has to, you have to constantly be creating plays or opportunities for your team to win. So to get to Grandmaster, you basically have to be a playmaker. Are you writing that with a mouse? No, I am writing that with a tablet. Cool. Let's get to it.
Team.
I like this already. It like as long as you get like a Tracer or a Genji as your final DPS, it'd be awesome. Ha! Gotta love Grandmaster. Oh, so good. Gibraltar is actually one of the hiccups. Gibraltar is actually one of the best maps for defense Anna because the sight lines are so long. Anna can be in really defensible positions and really not have any trouble at all. So, yeah. Great composition. Normally, if this was like a Koth or something, I'd be like, Anna Zen's a little weak, but on Gibraltar, really strong. And you've got great positioning.
Don't play too aggressive.
Because it's hard to get to this position.
I think they will.
Like we were talking about earlier, chat, on Gibraltar, how we don't hold until we're after the tunnel, and that's just for generating ult charge. So if Anna was up there early, Anna wouldn't be able to get to this high ground in time for the next fight. So this is absolutely fantastic positioning because the people who are up there are just going to get some ult charge and fall back, or that's what they should do. This is really good stuff so far. Really good stuff.
Okay. I never thought I'd see this place again.
Your crosshairs are interesting. Nice flicks.
5, 4, you'll be fine. 2, 1.
So there's no reason why you shouldn't just keep your APM high by constantly flicking around and whatnot.
Could you have me? Yeah, me
Do
and Widow.
you have a Widow or something? Or Genji went down to critical. Could have been body shot or something. Yep, just waiting. Nice, your soldier already got. I love this. This is so far like that just poked phase. Your Genji dropped down.
See you guys for heals.
Well, yeah, so far not a lot to critique other than please don't miss your shots. Like,
Moira low. Coming up.
Fuck
these.
who'd you lose? You
Moira
lost
low.
soldier. I'm interested why your team hasn't retreated yet. Okay, there we go.
Just come back.
And soldier should be back. Good purple. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Got it.
The DM's good though. Ah man, that is too bad. That was a really good hook from the fact that that Roadhog caught him after he jumped, so he couldn't escape. That was an unlucky. Still getting out. Yeah.
Yeah, it is got it.
Just punch him.
Genji one monkey behind you.
Moira is got it. He's gonna plane right now. Just hold on point, it's fine.
Ironically, your accuracy
Monkey
is probably
anti.
the worst side. Just jump down into the trance. Jump down into the trance.
D.Va slapped on the high ground.
It's too bad. You should have walked forward instead of retreated.
I'm done.
So the two big things for your Anna play so far is your shots just in general. For a Grandmaster, you're missing a lot more than I would like. Like, what's your accuracy at right now? 50% scoped, 73% scoped, 50% unscoped. So I'd like to see 80% at least. 73 is low. 85 is what I aim for, and my mechanics are hot trash. So maybe this is very early. Like, if it improves later on, that's fine. But so far, Anna's effective healing output is only really good. You know, it's on paper higher than Mercy's, but it's that is only the case if you land like 90% of your shots. So missing shots, especially when you're playing against a Zenyatta, can very quickly put you behind on heals. So yeah, despite being Grandmaster, your aim is not as good as I would like to see for an Ana player. Your positioning's fantastic. Your game sense is great. Knowing that you had to nano boost your D.Va there was good to keep her alive until the Winston got back. I didn't like that you didn't use the melee on the Genji when he wasn't looking at you and was low, because you can do like the shoot melee cancel to finish him off. I would have liked to see that. And then not walking into the Transcendence and then instead backing up and getting killed by the micro missiles from the D.Va. So a few minor mistakes, but overall pretty decent play so far. This is NA, right? I don't recognize any of the players. Could very well be European. I don't recognize any of the players, so this could be European server. Normally normally I'd recognize a North American Grandmaster. Basic services, dude, if it's under 70%, it really needs work. If you're like 75, 80% and you're outside of Grandmaster, good enough. If you're Grandmaster, I expect 80 and up, and you should be aiming for 85%. So, yeah, it's EU. If I don't recognize any of the Grandmasters, it's usually EU.
Mary's got it.
I like that you're going out this left door instead because you know the point is lost and there's a lower chance of you getting staggered. I don't know what your soldier's doing. He's going to get himself killed. Just run away. Run. Just run. Just run. Run away faster. Or hide. This is also fine too as long as they don't find you. And they don't have a... They have a Mei and...
Roadhog is left down
Yikes!
here.
I wouldn't have given my position away.
Help me.
You're so fucked.
Into Roadhog. Fuck, he's got it.
Genji 1 on the high ground.
Genji
one.
You should have just run. You should have just run.
Maybe behind me. So I'm helping.
And you definitely shouldn't have given your position away with that sleep dart. That was a huge mistake. They didn't know you were there. They probably weren't going to check that corner.
I see you, Ryan. Just wait 2 seconds.
Perfect. I was just about to say, give your tanks a time frame in which you will have heals. So whenever I'm coming back, I'll just be listing out the kill feed, like, we're down 2, keep fighting, heals back in 5. Those are callouts that I give to my tanks when I'm dead. I give them a time frame. I say, you need to stay alive for 5 seconds until I can get heals on you. But you did that. You said heals in 2. I love that. I love that. That is... When I'm playing tank, I love it. When I play a healer, I do it all the time. I give my tanks very specific time frames in which I will heal him. If I will say, you know, like Winston, Genji's in a duel, I need to heal him. You know, I'm not on you. Just give me a second. Just keep your tanks informed about the amount of healing that they're receiving. Hey, Dio, good to see you.
1 second.
Okay, thank you. Roadhog left side. He has no healing. Mei 2.
Oh, I thought that sleep would have hit.
Nice. Good job on Genji.
How close was that sleep? I'm interested. And like even here, right? Your shot is still... There's no reason why healing a D.Va, even something with a large hitbox, there's no reason why you shouldn't just be quickscoping. Like, quickscoping is just a great habit to get into. You miss a shot on a D.Va, right? Quickscoping needs to be in your habit. Let's see how close this sleep dart was. So there's the missed shot on D.Va. Here it is. Let's slow it down even more. Where did your sleep dart go? No, it was actually off by quite a bit. Never mind. He kind of like juked to the right before he dashed through you. I probably would have aimed in the exact same spot you did though, so not a big deal.
Okay, Scott. Murrow low, Roadhog low.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Got
That was a Mei headshot.
Big
Huge anti. Ooh, How did your Reinhardt get frozen that badly there? Oh, your D.Va wasn't with him. Your tanks got separated. So you actually got caught out. So your anti should have prompted an attack, but they used a coalescence, which forced you back, and your position didn't really give you nice sight lines onto the Reinhardt. And I'm not actually sure who was Harmonied. So your Reinhardt was basically hung out to dry because both of his healers were, trying to push an advantage that didn't happen because coalescence came out, and your D.Va got separated from your Reinhardt, so couldn't protect him from the freeze, and your front line's going to fall apart. So unless your Genji has Blade here, this is a lost fight.
Sandy's got it.
The intention with his... Well, I don't like this positioning at all. Your Genji, does he have Blade? You keep flashing tab. He doesn't have it. Okay. So it didn't really matter. But that was... You definitely could have... There was no reason for you to suicide there. Like... And if you did need to suicide, you should have suicide after the point was lost by just like backing up and going through the corner. There you should have just suicided off the cliff. But if you had stayed up in the top right and not just like killed yourself on the payload, because your Reinhardt still staggered in after you had specifically suicided. So stay up in that right corner until it's like 100% confirmed you've lost the point. Because, like, Nano Boost is really fast to charge. You could have nanoed the Reinhardt to keep him alive, maybe long enough for your Genji to farm up his Blade, because he must have been close. He hasn't used it recently. So your Genji's got to have Blade here pretty quick.
Put him hook.
Oof, close one. So your Genji asking, like normally when a Genji is asking for healing like that. Yeah. Also, ulting when you don't have any concept of like when the Zenyatta has Transcendence is pretty bad there. Like the Zenyatta hadn't been forced to ult. They had blown their Moira, but they hadn't blown their actual... Oh, that's unfortunate. Your Reinhardt's... Oh, no, you kept him aloft. They ran away.
Come back.
Your Genji's not doing great sleep. But, yeah, the fact that you used Nano onto Genji, who used the... that was great. Great to save him, because you knew the Genji was going to dash in. Let me finish my train of thought. You used Nano on Genji, and Genji uses Blade, and he pops Transcendence. Immediately, they've already gained ult economy. And then after Transcendence goes down, your soldier uses Visor. But this is Gibraltar 3rd, where there's a lot of sightlines, and he didn't do it from the high ground. They just retreated outside. So you actually traded 3 ults for 1 on the defense, which gave them a massive advantage in ult economy. And thankfully, your Zenyatta is getting it back thanks to you dropping the nade on him popping the Zenyatta Transcendence, and the Genji missing his dash, popping his Blade anyway, and then wasting it. So really, it's 4 ults for 2, which is better than 3 ults for 1, but you're still down 2 ultimates compared to what they are. So your ult economy here is fucking trash. And what you could have done instead was use the Blade alone to bait out the Transcendence, and afterwards Nano Visor. So instead of using 2 ults for a support ultimate, you use 1, and Genji Blade charges faster than Transcendence, so you use 1 and a faster charging ult than Transcendence, and then use the Nano Visor to clean up if the Nano is even necessary for the cleanup. Because if Visor gets 2 without Nano, there's no benefit to getting 4 with Nano if you could just clean up the 4 remaining members by just pressing W until they're all dead, right? So if Visor was going to get 2 regardless, then there's no real benefit to giving Nano, since that will already win the fight. So you have to be really careful when you're using Nano to make sure it's not overkill and it's not wasted. And it's very easy on Nano to do both. It's easy to do overkill and it's easy to waste. So got to be very careful you're not doing either. Good evening to Faced. How are you doing? Do you have tips for how to get better at unscoped accuracy on Ana? Quickscope instead. Unscoped is really only useful at like point blank ranges. Even at like a 5-meter range against a tracer and things, you should still be quickscoping. Unscoped is unreliable and you should not use it. If you're getting annoyed because you missed unscoped shots, learn quickscoping instead. I know you say to generally leave Harmony on tanks to keep their armor up. Would Harmony be better on flanker squishies when you have an Ana because she has an easier time healing tanks? Yes. What's your next VOD going to be? I don't know. They used Moira ult also? Yeah, they used Moira ult a while ago, though. Or did they use another one? Holy fuck, that Moira got it fast if they used another one. How does quickscoping even work? That fucking blocks it. Quickscoping on Ana. So, quickscoping on Ana is, so if you watch this very slowly, you'll see that there's an animation in which the scope actually comes up to the screen, and if I cancel it at the right moment, you're going to see, oh, man, on my screen it's 144 frames, so hopefully it shows up on stream, but you should see this white line, you see the white of the scope, but you don't see the full blue. If you see full blue, that's hard scope. That's hard scope. That is quickscoping. That is quickscoping. Quickscope. So if you see this, if you see the blue on the edges, that's a hard scope. If you see the white, that's a quickscope. And you can fire as soon as that white shows up. Hut. 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 There we go. That's quickscoping. So it turns your projectile shot into a hit scan shot so that you don't have to predict motion. Come on. Fuck. Doing it too early. There we go. I always have to warm up whenever I'm doing this, so it's hit scan. It's hit scan. It's hit scan. So that's the big benefit of quickscoping. What do you think of the air quickscoping? Like jumping around like this? That's fine. Scope. Quickscope. So the one thing you have to watch out for, and I'll turn sound on just so you can hear this, is that if you constantly quickscope, your rate of fire is actually slower. So here's the rate of fire when I'm just firing. Click, 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 click. And here's the rate of fire when I'm scoped in firing. It's the same. Click, 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 click. But the rate of fire when constantly scoping and unscoping is actually lower. So it's...
Double kill.
So it's actually significantly lower to constantly quickscope and unscope. So if you need to do large amounts of continuous healing, either hard scope or remain unscoped. But for like double or Genjis that are jumping around, instead of trying to project them, just like click right on them with the quickscope. Boom. Just right on them with the quickscope. So that's the technique that you need to use. So it's way easier to predict than trying to like line up a projectile shot or something like that. You just boop, and then it's done. Apart from QSing, is it better to not jump around like seen in this VOD? Like, Ana's hitbox is fucked. Honestly, Ana's doesn't really get punished that hard for jumping. Her hitbox is really fucking weird. Which you prefer, getting high or getting drunk? I don't know, I haven't done either. Well, I don't think I've ever gotten high ever. And I haven't drank for a while. Kind of a straight edge kind of guy. What's your favorite Miss Vicky's chips? Plain. Toggle or hold? I use toggle. Sorry, no, I use hold. I'm a liar. I use hold. Scope shots are slower. Yes, as if you are scoping and unscoping between every shot, yes, it's slower. Yeah. Any other questions about quickscoping? Hey, Josh, how you doing? Can you nano boost?
You're powered up.
I didn't realize you could nano boost in practice range. How do you work out the final score on the report card, or you just do it yourself? I just make shit up, man. It's quick maths. The scores don't actually matter. I love playing Miss Finky's chips. Anyway, no, if there's no other questions on Ana mechanics, we'll go back to the VOD review. I actually have a full DPS chart that includes reload times and scoping. Interesting. I would love to see that. I don't know off the top of my head what the time difference is between quick scoping and just hard scoping. I don't know the time difference off the top of my head. I should, but I don't know. Yes, and Ana Paintball is a fantastic practice mode. Rules are made up and the points don't matter? You're goddamn right. Okay, let's keep going.
May. May's low. May one of these got it. May down.
It's too bad Josario was body blocking the healing on the Reinhardt. You know, you're, like, you had two forms of healing, right? You had, your soldier's healing, station, as well as your Zenyatta, who might have actually died there. But, your grenade there was wasted because you used it to heal yourself, but you actually didn't get the enemy Genji that dove you. So, if you're only using the grenade to actually heal yourself, it's a waste, okay? It is the largest waste possible to give yourself 100 HP. You know, use your shields, like ask Soldier to drop Puddle for you, ask for Harmony Orb from your Zenyatta, but never, ever use your grenade on yourself to get 100 HP, especially, like, if it lands on an opponent who's attacking you at the same time, perfect. But if you're getting attacked by, like, a Tracer and you grenade yourself, but you didn't land the anti on the Tracer as well, it's a waste.
Go high ground, Soldier. Go high ground. I'm gonna none.
D.Va's one hit. D.Va's one hit.
That almost went onto the Zen. Did you guys see how close that was? Holy fuck, that was scary close.
Soldier, go high
Look at his Zen. Look at the Zen's position. You gotta be careful about shit like this. This is how you boost yo. Look at this. Did you stop? You were so close to nano boosting Zen. A little bit more situational awareness on what's in front of you would be appreciated from all parties involved. Hey, Josh. I considered unbinding my spacebar to stop jumping like a madman. I still jump like a madman. The only time I don't jump constantly is when I'm actually in an engagement. But like walking around, I'll just be hopping fucking constantly. It's just a tick that I have. Can't quickscope twice in a row if you jump both times? Yeah, you can. It's just there's a time delay. Jumping doesn't affect the time delay. I've just moved to PC from console, and I got more kills on Ana than Genji. That's awesome. I had an Ana last night that pretty much only nano boosted me. It was amazing. Was playing Zen. I don't know. Nano Zen is, it's awkward to Nano Zen, and then he transcendences. You're like, Zen, please. But, I don't know. Nano Zen's pretty funny. What I really like to do is when a game is won, I will constantly nano Widowmakers just to make them feel under pressure. It's my favorite troll, nano boosting Widowmakers. Okay. I didn't even see if your nano boost got any kills. Great purple.
Anti Rotok?
I have no shield, I have no shield.
Why did everyone die there? Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Anti Rotok?
I have no shield, I have no shield.
Oh. Both your tanks kind of zone them out. Or zone themselves out of your range. Snap, crackle, pop. Don't look at my decayed rank, chat. It's just decay, I swear. I'm gonna make this easy on you guys. I'm going to give you 4 options for where we should be positioned as Ana on the 3rd point. And you're going to tell me which one you think is the best. I'm going to list A as the location that Ana was in. And spoiler alert, it's not the best position. But it's not the worst either. So we're on 3rd point defense as Ana. So we were using this block here as cover right here, right? This block, we were boop, boop, and then we were shooting the high ground, like boop. So this is the position that we were in. We're going to consider this position A. This is position A. This is position B. We're using this thing as cover. Our retreat is probably back to that spawn, but we have nicer sight lines here, 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 here. So this is position B. This is position C. Same sort of sight lines, but now we have a little bit better on the right. We've got this nice clear walkthrough into this door here. Still nice sight lines onto the high ground. This is C. You know, there's even a health back right there. And let's say this is position D. We've got, ooh, that's a nice sight line. Look at that one. Snap. That's pretty decent. We could go in there. We could shoot in there. They can't really use that as cover. So we'll consider this position D. And then the next position is going to be on the high ground. So let's say we are here. And we can shoot. Oh, look at that. We could shoot them as they're respawning. We could get them in there. Or we could even be over here. Let's call it. So that was, it was A was here. B was here. C was here. D was here. E is the high ground. And F is the right side of the high ground. Look at this. We could, you know, nano, or that's going to hit the platform. But we could, like, anti the mega. We could go here. We could shoot people who are hiding there. Oh, what do you guys think? Let's, fuck, I alt-tabbed. You said 4? I just picked more positions. Okay, so what do you guys think? So this is going to be A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay? Those are your options. Where should Anna be positioned? Where should Anna be positioned? A, B, C, D, E, or F. Okay, what do you guys think? Where should Anna be positioned? A is here. B is here. C is here. D is here. E is up on the high ground. And F is on this section of the high ground. What do you guys think? What is the least voted for? E is the least voted for. Really? Or A. E and A. So, a couple people voting for A. Interesting. E has literally no votes. And E was this location here. Really? This isn't that bad of a position. We can shoot them here. We can put a lot of damage in. Isn't there a mini in here? Yeah, there's a mini that we could retreat to here. That's not that bad. You can drop and get that mini. Or we could retreat to our team. You know, E is really not that bad of a location. Surprised no one's voted for E. I actually like E better than I like F. A lot of people have voted for F, but F zones out a lot of your nice sightlines, right? Why do I care about this door? Why do I care about that door? Why do I care about this area? Yeah, like I can shoot better into here, but not really that much better. And then I can't really hit people around the corner. I can't hit people in there. I can't shoot under the bridge. So I actually like E better than I like F. Yeah, I don't like F. F is not a position I like. It doesn't have a retreat to a health pack. You drop back down. So if you drop, can you actually make this jump? You might be able to make this jump. Oh, no, you can. So it's not the worst retreat ever. But if I was going to pick between E and F, I'd pick E. Definitely. Hey, Dio. What's the next least voted for one? A. A is the least voted for because it was here. And I agree. That one's really bad. You know, you have your retreat here, but this door here is very easily choked off. So you don't have a lot of options if you do retreat back into that doorway. B is a little bit better because you have natural cover. Like a Diva Bomb placed here, for example, will kill everything in this area, even into this stairwell, but it won't get people behind the cover. So between A and B, I'd pick B. B is a better location, certainly. You know, better cornering options, better cover options, and you can still get most of the primary sightlines. So definitely not A, not F, but between A and B, I'd pick B. And between F and E, I'd pick E. I'd definitely pick E. So this location's okay. You know, I really like that I can get early ult charge. So, like, if I was just building up nano, I'd love to be here and get them before the attack even started. Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, and the next two options. C and D, both very popular. So C was backed by this mini, and D was by this box. So D is by far the most popular. No, C is the most popular. Really? C is the most popular. Interesting. There's this mini. I like the mini. I'd use this cover here. Very nice. I like this position. This position's good. We've got nice cover. We don't have, like, the nicest route of retreat. Our best route of retreat is probably to that door. But really long sight lines, if they have divers or flankers, it's going to be extremely difficult. Like, I guess we could kind of consider this cover, but the problem is no real routes of retreat here. So C has the most votes, but I'm going to say because of the lack of retreat options, I don't really like this position. I do like D, however. So D gives me some options. It gives me some nice sightlines, some nice aggressive sightlines as people who will be using that corner. I can attack. I can use this sightline so people who think they're safe from the main firing lines can get hit from me. I can heal as well as I can retreat back to here. Or if I feel like the situation demands it, I can retreat to this mini. So I actually like D better than I do C. So the answer that I can come up with for the best positioning combo that I would do here is if I did not have nano, I would start here, you know, throw my grenade, try and get some early ult charge, and then as soon as they've started to push up, I'd just drop, and then I would defend from D. So I would say E to D is actually my favorite positioning on Ana here. So C I do not like because there's no retreats. So not the worst, certainly not the worst. We will call this a suitable alternative, but it does not leave you a lot of options. And any position that gives you no room to retreat is not a good, like, if a Winston jumps here and bubbles you from the rest of your team, you're like, ah, fuck, you're dead. Or, you know, if a Widowmaker is like there, for example, if a Widowmaker grapples up onto this location here, yay. Hide in the corner. Hide in the corner. But no retreat and not a lot of cover here. And if you're here, you either have to go out into the open to get to that mini, or you have to retreat to the door. So I'd say E to D is where I'd position myself on Ana here. Thank you for participating in the poll, though. Very interesting. Very interesting answers. Just jump off the map to retreat. Lol, forehead. Isn't D more easily flankable from the room? Not really a flank, though. It's still in front of you, right? And, like, if you know that they're going there, first you have a retreat into the stairwell. You have the box for cover, and your team is right there. So if they do go in from D itself, like, so people are worried about D being exposed to flankers. So D, the big thing about D is that it has options for retreats. We're at here is that we can also threaten flankers because flankers don't like linear routes of attack. Like, if this door was a flank, this would be a danger, but we're already looking in this direction. So if a flanker attacks us, you know, they're attacking in an area where you can zone out. When we tab back in, you'll see that the soldier on our team was actually holding this position. The soldier was doing it right. He was located here. So you could easily shoot him out. You can, you can sleep dart him. You can anti-nade yourself. You can either retreat back into here. You can retreat back towards that mini because you can use this as cover, right? Boop. You can use this thing to just barely peek enough of your hitbox. Or if their entire team for some reason goes in there, you can just rotate. So I think D is best because it gives you the best options to retreat as well. It's very defensible. Flankers don't like very small doorways like this. They don't. They don't like it at all. It's very hard. Like, if a Tracer was there and an Ana was here, I'd put my money on the Ana to win that engagement. Anas do not like... Tracers do not like honorable engagements against characters like this. Can you do possible positions for second point? Yeah, second position. We could definitely do that. How do I get a VOD review? Exclamation mark, coach me. Is D also a suitable position for Zen? Yep. Poll is still on. I'll turn it off for you. Not on YouTube, but it's in my previous broadcasts. Yeah, so if you click on videos, I've done a lot of Tracer VODs. But yeah, that's just general Ana positioning tips for Gibraltar.
Some...
Oh, you're dead, Rip.
Into the iris.
Fuck disco.
So your soldier's been playing at D and moving up to the high ground every time he has visor, which is fine. It's a little bit more of a defensive playstyle, but it's acceptable. Healing orb when there's nobody there, that's a big fuck up. That Zarya's at full health.
Have no
There's no
shield.
real reason to heal her. Yeah.
Wirklich?
You also used Fade when you didn't need to. What did you use Fade? What reason did you use Fade for?
I have no
Oh
shield.
yeah, you completely wasted Fade too. That was awful.
Wirklich?
You used Fade because it looked cool. You were doing your best David Bowie impression. You did it for no tactical purpose, and then when you actually needed it, you didn't have it and you died. Okay. So far not impressed with your Moira play, so hopefully we see more of it. But, yeah. Pretty iffy, dude, so far. Pretty iffy.
Select your hero.
What do you want in Hero 27? I want a totem or a buildable healer. Like, I want a healer that can place totems that do area of effect or damage over time. Like, healing over time or damage over time totems. I think, like, a shaman-based healer would be so cool. Coming from a support main. I would also love... Like, any tank or healer, I don't give a fuck. As long as it's not DPS, I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to just play the fuck out of Hero 27 when he comes out. In general, would you say Zen and Ana should have similar positioning? If not, what's the difference? No, they should definitely have similar positioning. Really fucking far away with great lines of sight and a lot of way to actually defend yourself. No, go back to Moira.
You're going to
I want a shaman. This is exactly what I wanted as a healer. Man, I've been talking about wanting a shaman healer forever. If they come out with a shaman-based healer, I'm just going to take credit for it immediately. I think Emre is an off-tank. I think we'll probably get off-tank next.
walk it off. Take your medicine.
Biotic Field is not a healing totem, please.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Watch it be a hard CC dive DPS? No. So if there's a flank Yada, does that mean there's a flank Ana? No, the Ana would still be positioned back. It's just the Ana would want to be in lines of sight where they can bail out the Zenyatta.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
Ooh. Dropped frames are on the YouTube video, not my stream, I assure you. Good rotation.
Yeah. Are they behind us? Maybe?
No.
Where are they?
No, they will hold here.
bit.
Here.
Oh, they're
Yeah, yeah,
holding
yeah,
the
yeah.
Mega with... They're holding the
Big
Mega
anti?
with Sombra, probably. There's no
Okay,
way they
so-
don't have Sombra if they're doing that.
Ryan low, Ryan low.
This is a very... It's a very rarely seen strategy that involves that health pack, Sombra, and it can be done with Mei. Although I don't think I've ever seen it done with Mei. But hit tab so we can see what their fucking comp is, dude. You're just botting out healing.
Can
Please
anti them?
stop. They already have coalescence, Jesus.
Big anti again?
You still have
got
no
it.
idea what their
I
comp
have
is.
nano, I'm gonna nano you, Ryan. You just go in,
You
okay?
still don't know what's in there! You keep flashing it. Stop flashing tab! Fuck. There it is. Not using Sombra. Interesting. Moira Zen in that tiny ass room. I have no fucking idea what they're doing. May Junkrat? What? Oh my god. What is this? Okay, let's try and figure it out. So, tiny ass choke. So Zarya Reinhardt, that's fine. You've got a Mega in there. Not really useful because you don't have a Sombra. You got a Zenyatta for Discords and Transcendence, I guess. At least you have a defensive support ult. Moira is going to have really good use out of her orbs because they bounce off all the walls and really nice piercing healing with her Piss Beam. The Mei is going to have a pretty decent job walling that place off, so you try and attack them, they'll wall you off. But as soon as that wall goes down, you can just kind of crush them. Just by brute forcing because they've put themselves into a natural choke. Also, if any of them die, they can no longer regroup with the rest of their team because they don't have a route of retreat. The only route of retreat they have is to their fucking spawn room. Like, this is silly, and it's... There may probably convince the rest of the team that this was somehow a good idea. It's not. Just take it patient. Wait till they waste a wall. Bait the wall out with a mobility hero like Diva or Genji. Once it goes down, full press aggression. Even if you get one or two of them, good enough because they won't be able to regroup. This is a stupid strategy.
Sorry, this.
Like, I've seen that strat work, but it had a Sombra. And yeah, you just push the payload past them. What a fucking meme. You're all gonna die. Or maybe not. Your Zen and your Soldier are still grouped together. Zen and Soldier together is just a monstrous duo. Against an uncoordinated team, Zen and Soldier just murders everything. You capped it! You fucking capped it! What a dumb strat. Jesus Christ.
Okay, they wasted grab. They should have.
Why not add Symmetra so they can regroup with TP? You know what? I think you've just created the new meta. Sombra, Symmetra, Tunnel, Gibraltar Hole. Somebody write this down so we can run this in a pub sometime, or a pug. Either a pug or a scrim. We need to try Symmetra, Sombra, Tunnel strat. This just sounds hilarious. What could go wrong? Nothing. Nothing could go wrong. Aim, please!
Bitte einen Schuss treffen.
Don't waste of an anti-nade. You're at 109 health. You used an anti-nade offensively. You haven't asked your Zenyatta for Harmony Orbs. You could get killed by a body shot from literally anything. Not literally anything. Any projectile will one-shot you right now. You haven't seeking a health pack. You haven't, like, one headshot from that Mei is gonna kill you.
I can't get to you. Mei is spawn camping me.
This is frustrating. This is frustrating.
She's low.
What an idiot. It's so frustrating.
Oh, get this in, get this in.
You're finally getting healed. Jesus Christ. Just, like, get a health pack. Or ask your Zen for Harmony Orb. Or get a health pack. It's not, like, it's not that hard. Just...
They changed the Mei to Widow.
Genji, what's your ult at?
That was very bad. Using Biotic Nade on a Mei who had Ice Block when you were at 109.
Okay. Okay, they're wasting ult. They're wasting ult. Don't go in. Don't use ult.
Oh. Aim, please. Hey, you still got him, though. Not bad. Your aim sucks for Grandmaster. Your aim just straight up sucks. There's no two ways about it. Either you haven't practiced enough with your scope sensitivity, you also don't know quickscoping. Your mechanics for Grandmaster are garbage, and you need to work on them. You know, I was gonna be nice on you. What is your accuracy?
Widow top left.
Oh, they've got a Widow now. This will be even more fun. Please don't. No.
She's half. One hit.
Christ.
Nice, good job.
Okay, it worked. But if you're gonna do that, at least do it from behind Reinhardt's shield. Good nade to keep people up. Decent positioning.
Okay.
Randy's got it. Already's got it.
Ah, unlucky. Sorry.
Unlucky.
Can you deflect?
No, there's no reason to be this aggressive.
We're on the right side. We're on the right side.
What? Where should I position as Hollywood on Ana as first point? On defense, you should be on Cafe.
Sandy's got it.
Unlucky.
Get the run, get the run, get the run.
Oh, you should win this off that tack. Or no, Trance is still going. That sucks. Yeah, like you're playing in the middle of the melee, right? You should be way farther back. They're not running the Widowmaker anymore. If you are sitting on that back area, okay, so your accuracy is climbing. It's at 79 unscoped, 75 scoped, which is still bad. But okay, excuse me. 79, 75 is his AC right now. So you're here, right? You're here as Ana, which is just why. You've got a fucking sniper rifle. Stop trying to use it as an anal probe and actually get some distance. Like, if you're here, look. Nobody, you can see everything. You don't even have to, like, fling around. Instead of trying to be like, oh, I'm healing you. Oh, the Genji's double jumping. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. No, you can be like, just having a cup of tea. Just, I'm Granny. You know, I'm Granny. Just drinking my tea. Just, and then you're, oh, easy nades. Easy nades. Oh, easy sleep darts right down the other side of the payload. Oh, life is simple. Oh, look, we capped. Doesn't this seem a lot more stress-free compared to, like, literally inserting your rifle up the small hole in Reinhardt's armor? Doesn't that just seem like a much just nicer time? Why make things hard on yourself? You know, every time you take chip damage from a piercing damage or a stray bullet, you have to use your nade on yourself instead of trying to land these huge game-winning anti-nades or trying to, like, use it yourself and your tank at the same time. Because I feel like that's the only reason you're so up close, is the fact that you want to get value out of your nade on yourself and your team at the same time. But if you're back here, like, your retreat is to this mega, so if you get attacked by a Genji or something like that, you're like, oh no, a Genji's attacking me, ha 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 ha, mega. You're dead. So, like, just a little bit of forethought on your positioning would go a long way, friend. Your positioning on Ana and your mechanics on Anima and your game sense. Honestly, you've got some issues in all three categories. Like, not understanding or not tracking enemy support ults when you're a nano boost and you rely on, like, team wipe combos. Because there's 3 times now you've nano boosted a Genji or a soldier when they had a support ult or where you didn't even know or didn't even think about it. So you've got game sense issues, you've got a lot of positioning errors, and your mechanics are subpar for what I would expect from a Grandmaster. So you got a lot of work to do. I'm assuming this is low Grandmaster. I'd assume not even 4100. I don't know your actual rank. 40-50. Yeah, that makes sense. You're not going to get above 4100, at least not consistently, if you don't fix these issues. Yeah, like, Grandmaster is an exponential curve, right? Each 100 SR, climbing in Grandmaster, it just becomes more and more and more difficult. I like to say that every 200 SR in Grandmaster is equivalent to its own tier. So in the same way that, like, climbing from 35 to 4000 is as hard as climbing from 4000 to 4200, and as hard as climbing from 4200 to 4400, and as hard as going 44 to probably like 45 or 46. So yeah, it's the same amount of SR, but the difficulty to gain and maintain ranks is exponential in difficulty. So low GM, yay, congrats, you made it to GM. But unless you put some serious work into improving your mistakes, you're going to be stuck here for a while. Keep going. Oh, questions in chat. The Widow doesn't exist anymore. Widow swapped. On what days does Jayne do VOD reviews? Saturdays and Wednesdays. Seeing Jayne destroy Masters and GM players, I'm scared about what he will do to my bronze ass. I always tailor my criticisms to what I expect of you based on your rank. So bronze players and silver players will receive the most feedback they will receive from me is the thing that I believe that if they correct will gain them the most SR. So the amount of mistakes that I see when I watch a bronze or silver player are numerous. They are too many to count, too many to list. But there will always, or almost always, be one major mistake that individual is making. So I try and point out and enforce that they need to fix this thing first before worrying about anything else. Everyone makes a shit ton of mistakes. What I do on these VOD reviews is to try and identify your largest mistake and correct it. Against Grandmasters, I assume you know what the fuck you're doing. You're the top 1% of this game, so if I see a mistake, I am going to say it, no matter how tiny it is. If you're Grandmaster, you're getting nitpicked. If you're lower than Grandmaster, even if you're Masters, you're only going to receive the feedback in which I think is the most useful to you. So don't be afraid if you're bronze or silver or gold about submitting a VOD review or anything like that. I will tailor my feedback to your level, or what I expect of you based on your rank. When you review OWL VODs, could you ask us if they are 4-0 beforehand so you get even more games? Yeah, so the OWL games that I review are based on polls. So I review what the community wants to, and mods will veto 4-0s. So if the community votes for a game that was 4-0, the mods will just veto it and tell me that's why. The last 2 nano boosts were intentional. The first one was wasted, that's right. Well, if they were intentional, yeah. I got to 4200 very easily though before my injury. Once I first hit GM. Hey, yeah. I will definitely check my Discord DMs. Hey, if you're in GM, I assume you're aiming for top 500. How much do VOD reviews cost? $10 for a VOD review. It's you get a $5 off coupon if you're a subscriber. Do VOD reviews have to be losses? Draws are okay. Draws are acceptable. Yes. Just not wins.
It's already got a bailout. Just reset, it's fine.
Yeah, you've got 9 deaths and 8 eliminations right now. You don't even have a 1.0 eliminations per death. So, as a Grandmaster Ana, you also have to be contributing
right
to deaths outside of nano boost assists. You can't be having 1.0 limbs per death on Ana. It's not good. It is not good at all.
Nice.
Tracer's
Nice.
left behind.
Tracer's
Tracer's
left
left
behind.
behind. Can you help me? 3, 2, 1.
Damn, eh?
Tracer no recall.
They didn't
left.
listen to you. That sucks. Okay, who sees the problem? Who sees the problem? Somebody has to have seen the problem right now. What is the problem? Come on. Somebody other than me has to have noticed what just went wrong here. No, it's not positioning. No. Think macro. Think macro. Think macro. What just happened? No, think even deeper than that. There! Vasher! Vasher got it first. Vasher got it first. Zen is gonna get spawn camped. We just left Tracer alone. We're fighting. Our Zenyatta's in fucking spawn. You just... Like... You slept the Tracer, and you didn't get the kill he recalled, and you're like, unlucky. And you just fucking ignored him. Your Zen's actually in spawn, coming back. He's gonna get spawn camped. This is Grandmaster. He's gonna get spawn camped. And you're nanoing. This is just, like, you just lost on... Oh, poor Zen. Oh my god, poor Zen. If I was that Zen player and I saw that my Ana was doing this, I'd be like, Lucio it is. Holy shit. Oh, wow, the object permanence is just Tracer recalled? Obviously she no longer exists. Let's engage without our Zenyatta. Oh boy, that's funny. Good job, Vasher, on catching that. Really good catch. Yeah, this probably isn't going to happen to you unless you're Masters or GM, but like a Zenyatta respawning alone is going to get spawn camped. Absolutely. And Tracer will also one-clip Ana because no nade. Yes, like Zen's going to die and then Ana's not going to have support. Ana doesn't have her nade. Tracer's alive and Ana wasted her nade knowing that Tracer is alive. Nope. This is a gigantic fuck off. Fuck up.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Isn't Tracer like literally right behind you? Yeah. Well, there's Zen. Hey, they let him live. It's too bad. That is too bad. Good swap onto Moira. Moira's really good against flankers, and they have 2 of them, so...
Can you deflect? So Ryan probably has shot. Ryan low,
He's
Ryan
one,
low, no.
nice.
Nice kill.
Tracer is correct. Jumping Zen.
That's unfortunate. Your Genji's also paying like no heed to Trance on the other side.
So Ryan still has offshot, I think. Nice.
Genji low on the right.
Hey, you still got
Good
it.
job,
Nice. Jayne, you're talking like all of this happens in like 5 seconds. Well, it's still things you need to think about though, right? You did just ignore the Tracer, you did warn the team about it, and you went forward, right? So Tracer was out of recall. You could have pursued. You could have cut her off because you knew that she was at that door. You could have dealt with her as a team. You could have waited for your Zen to respawn. Like the only reason why the Zenyatta was so close to returning was because you slept him. So the Tracer killed your Zenyatta, and then you slept the Tracer. So the Zenyatta was only about 4 seconds behind which, you know, it would have been a lot more if you hadn't slept the Tracer. But, you know, probably the only reason the Tracer didn't go hard on your Zenyatta is because they did have that recall. But the fact that you ignored the Zen entirely and went forward with the team, and the team, did they even realize they were down their Zenyatta? Was that communicated? I'm not sure. So, yeah, I might be a little bit critical, but, and, you know, maybe it doesn't apply perfectly to this situation, but it would apply in other situations very similar to it. So, if you know that this is a mistake,
Okay.
then you'll be able to recognize it more
I'm
when
in the
you're
back
actually
again,
playing.
So if you need heals, just pick me.
Is that it? Get back in the island. 5,
Please don't overcommit this time.
Yeah.
Just fall
Fingertip
back
grip is fine.
if you get low.
I don't think there's a huge difference in the actual grips that people use on mice.
I've seen worse. We're going to live.
The disconnect already came back, didn't he? Yeah, the disconnect's back.
Get the monkey, get the monkey.
You don't like this position? This position is great. It's really good.
Get back, get back, get back.
Aim is not. Aim is
This is
not.
Unlucky.
People died because you missed shots.
You're covered.
They're not pushing right now, that's good.
That
Let's go
Genji
up.
should be dead. Nice shot on that Zen. Aim machine broke. Okay, now you're regrouped. That's good. You're halfway to nano. Also
You got discarded.
good. Huge.
Is that
nade.
discarded? I'm on payload right now.
You got two-man dove. That sucks. Your
They're
Zen
not
also
pushing.
died.
I'm still on payload. Marva's one hit.
Boom. So
Genji's
that
one
deep,
hit.
did you guys see what triggered that dive? You got the you using the nade actually triggered that dive. Like I would have used the nade as well, but I'm not sure if that was on purpose or this was just a solo queue thing. But normally you'd have people diving together, but they're Winston dove whoever the fuck it was. I think it was your soldier, and then the Trace or the Diva and the Genji dove you after they saw you use the nade, which is actually really smart of them. So not a lot of you could have done there except retreating a little bit earlier. You know, you and Zen both got caught in that little tiny corner, and the micro missiles plus the Genji dash ended you. So the only real mistake there is being separated from your soldier so that you couldn't get use of his healing station or helping him fight off the monkey. So the fact that you were all on the high ground, but you were in two different groups, allowed that to happen. It was well done by their Diva and their Genji to do that and recognize that as an opportunity after you'd used their nade to help kill the monkey. What should they do to Symmetra to allow her to be more viable? They need to give Sombra or Symmetra an ability to actually restore health mid-fight. That's what they need. Like if you could on a cooldown of like 12 seconds give somebody like a 100 HP shield instantly or like a 200 HP shield instantly on a super long cooldown like 12-16 seconds, that'd be awesome. It would be really, 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 really powerful, but it would be awesome. That Ana position sucks ass in lower ranks, though, because teams won't hold on the high ground. Yes, but positioning has context, and this is Grandmaster, where that position is good. Nade, yep. That was nutty coordination if it was intentional. Yeah, I don't think it was. Who are they? Two stacked? Who's stacked with the Diva? Because the Diva's in a stack. Oh, the Diva and the Moira. Okay, so if that was the Diva and the Genji, I'd believe it. But if it's the Diva and the Moira, I think it was just luck and good opportunity. Like the Diva just saw the opportunity and dove you. Any VOD review YouTube channels that you can recommend? Unfortunately not. Most of the VOD reviews that I've seen are more or less superficial. And that's not just me trying to inflate my ego. I just haven't seen any VOD reviews out there that I like. I'm pretty particular, though. Imagine giving that 100 to 200 HP shield for Tracer or for a blading Genji. It'd be busted as fuck, but it'd be fun. Do you have a YouTube? Yes. But we're still trying. Like, I stream for like 8 hours on Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday, and we just haven't figured out a way to actually do the video editing fast enough to upload it to YouTube. So we're trying a thing today where I record the VODs as separate videos, and I'm just going to upload them raw. I think it's until we figure out some sort of video editor thing, then we're going to have to just upload raw video because we don't have the time or the manpower to actually edit these VODs before they get uploaded. Commander Shepard, Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. I hope you're learning a lot. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And welcome to the Elo Hunters. Irgonal says he doesn't want to say hi. Well, tell Irgonal he's a stupid fuckface. Stupid poopy face. Skyline. Ooh, Skyline is good. Does he do VOD reviews? I thought he did like general educational stuff, but Skyline is absolutely fantastic. I didn't realize he did actual VOD reviews though. Anyway, Flame was good. Flame and Coach Sexy, actually. Flame's YouTube from back in like season 2 and 3 was really good. The meta's changed since then, since he stopped making videos. But Flame's YouTube was really good, and Coach Sexy's video is also really good. Some of IOStux's stuff. IOStux also doesn't have like a gigantic library of VOD reviews. He keeps those more or less private because it is his business, right? He does private coaching sessions. Cool. Oh, we got caught out last time. You just need to run or die. Yeah, you didn't get the tracer with that anti. You're dead.
Dev tracer bomb.
That is too bad.
Almost have nano.
Yeah, raw VODs is way better than nothing. That's what I figure.
Tracer low. What the fuck?
Does Kabaji do VOD reviews? I don't really like Kabaji's VODs of him like narrating stuff. It's kind of all in the moment,
Monkey
so
anti.
it's not
Okay, he was
always the
really
most
nice.
detailed. Also, one of the main reasons that I think that Kabaji isn't the best resource for you to like for people to watch to learn DPS is Kabaji's gonna be at some point he's gonna be like, oh well, in this case you just have to go Widow and click their heads, or in this case you just have to go Tracer and one clip them. And if your mechanics aren't on Kabaji's level, doesn't really help. Kabaji is just the epitome of just click on their heads, lol, forehead. So unless your mechanics are insane, Kabaji is not gonna be the most useful individual for you to learn from. He's a great player, super positive, great streamer. Just a lot of his stuff is not applicable to the vast majority of individuals. You've lost weight? Have I? I appreciate it. Maybe it's just this jersey makes me look slim. If you want to hear that you were shit, then try Ragtag. Okay, Ragtag's toxic coaching is fucking hilarious. Yes, we'll be categorizing the raw videos that actually end up on YouTube. Yep. Just don't miss. Lol, forehead.
Any discard it?
You've stabilized, but you've lost monkey.
Everybody's got a
You're
bail.
without a main tank. That kind of sucks. No, your diva's feeding. Okay, that's good. Solid. This should win. That's a winning combo. Trance into Nanovisor.
They're gonna recall. Tracer down. Where are these? Diva discard.
Hit a shot, please.
Restart discard it.
Yeah.
Just a monkey. Just a
Trance
monkey.
into Nanovisor was so much value, though. I would have been just shocked if you'd lost that. Really, the only valuable thing you did in that fight was press Q on Soldier. We're gonna be honest. You didn't provide much value outside of that. You didn't. You antied the Genji, but then you got saved by Trance, and the Trance was ultimately what canceled it. And then your healing, you missed your shots. Your healing wasn't enough to actually matter, and you had such insane value after Nanovisor that honestly you could have won that entire fight by literally just pressing Q on Soldier and jumping off a cliff. Don't look at the following fight. My aim is so extremely bad. Sorry, I already watched it. You've never watched my reviews, right? I'm really small time. Would make sense if you haven't. Oh, I have not. No. If you link, just DM me your YouTube. I'll take a look. Any tips for me to get to GM? Can somebody do exclamation mark? Sure. Oh, that's Viper, right? Yeah. Oh man, I remember watching you in the Feeder Cup. My finger exerciser, because I have weak fingers. I have weak fingers. I need
Tracer's
to build up
coming
the
high ground
muscles
right
and the
now.
tendons. That's why I constantly group either that
Yeah, she's still high ground.
or that.
One. Attack commencing. Escort.
Yeah, they're playing dive. Good pick, good pick.
I hope you can't hear that. Should stop squeezing that right next to the mic. Hey,
You
Dio.
got Discord.
I have your back.
Ooh,
Tracer behind.
nice anti. That was huge. Didn't save soldier, but it was nice.
Diva low, Diva low, Diva low.
Quickscope. Fucking go into a practice range.
Go back, go back, back.
Practice quickscoping, please. Jesus Christ.
Tracer down.
Hopefully that monkey doesn't. Hopefully he gives that ult charge to Zenyatta or someone. Nice, good monkey. Good monkey. Like, just practice killing tracers with quickscoping. It's so much easier on Ana than trying to land those fucking prediction shots. How do you know you have weak fingers? Physiotherapy.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
When I started playing a lot of Overwatch, I had minor pain show up in like my thumb joint as well as my fingers. So it was more of a preventative measure. I went and got checked out by a physiotherapist. Like, you know, an assessment and then like 1 or 2 sessions is just enough to be like the physiotherapist to tell me if I'm okay, which I was, but you know, I was just getting some minor like onset tendonitis, and he just gave me some exercises and pointed me to like this like $20 tool on Amazon, and I do it, and now I have no finger pain or hand pain despite, you know, using the computers for like 12 hours a day. So yeah, I went to a physiotherapist just as more of a preventative measure, and this is what I was assigned. So yeah, he told me, like, he did the test and whatnot and said that I had weak fingers, or like muscles and tendons weren't very strong.
Diva anti.
Genji low, Genji low, Genji low.
I have your back.
Monkey low.
Like, this isn't
Vista
the
discount.
worst position because you have the backup onto the Mega, but
gonna
if that
Winston.
Mega wasn't there, you definitely want to be a little bit farther away. This is too bad. Nano, before you die, please. Valiant effort. Valiant effort, friend. Valiant effort. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember watching you in the feeder cup, but nothing is coming to mind specifically, Viper. So, you know, being more resilient to dive, like, the biggest thing about Ana is making sure that you're working with your second healer, because you are weak to dive on your own, and usually if you're playing with a Zenyatta or something, they're also weak. So, that was a good play from the Zarya. But, do you know about nerve flossing? That sounds really fucking weird, and no, I do not.